Members of the European Union, including France, are blaming Germany for embracing Putin. Biden says if Putin isn't planning to use nuclear weapons, why does he keep talking about them? Nancy Pelosi's husband is attacked by a hammer in a home invasion, and the U.S. economy struggles to avoid falling into a recession. Thank you so much for liking these videos and sharing them. I'm just a small news organization, so I appreciate all the help you give my community. I also want to thank Mr. 1920 Soap, and I'll tell you about this amazing company later at the end of this video. Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, was violently assaulted by an intruder that broke into their home last night. Pelosi's spokesman, Drew Hamill, stated, "Early this morning, an assailant broke into the Pelosi residence in San Francisco and violently assaulted Mr. Pelosi. The assailant is in custody, and the motivation for the attack is under investigation. Nancy Pelosi was not home at the time of the attack. Her husband has been rushed to the hospital and is expected to recover, but he was attacked by a hammer and is dealing with serious brain injuries. Unfortunately, the Pelosis live in a part of California where the crime has skyrocketed." After months of back and forth, Elon Musk now officially owns Twitter. Musk has fired the previous CEO, CFO, and the top lawyer. Many banned accounts will become unbanned. In fact, Kanye West, who was banned, was personally unbanned by Elon Musk himself. Former President Donald Trump has also stated that he is glad to see Twitter back in the hands of a sane person, but did not say whether he will return to the platform or not. Weirdly enough, Russia's former president also commented on the matter. He stated, "Good luck, Elon Musk, in overcoming political bias and ideological dictatorship on Twitter, and quit that Starlink in Ukraine business." Musk has been using his own money to fund the internet over Ukraine, which has brought him a lot of criticism, especially from people in Russia. So it's kind of odd for a former Russian president to be wishing him luck. Current Russian President Vladimir Putin has now addressed concerns on if he will use nuclear weapons. Putin stated, "We see no need for that. There is no point in that, neither political or military." President Biden responded to the comments saying, if he has no intentions, why does he keep talking about it? Why does he talk about the ability to use a tactical nuclear weapon? He's been very dangerous, and is now as he's approached it. I guess the same could be said of Biden, though. Why does he keep talking about reducing inflation if he doesn't intend to actually do something about it? Now, inflation remains the hottest issue in the final 2 weeks leading up to the midterm election. And as of right now, many analysts are saying that we should expect Republicans to take back the House and possibly even the Senate, as many rebel against Biden's policies, which they don't feel have helped their financial situation. Europe is now on its knees begging for help. Many large-scale businesses have announced they will be moving their headquarters and plants out of Europe and setting up shop in China, where they can run their business at a much lower cost and without all of the red tape. Germany, for example, has the largest economy of the European Union countries. The biggest chemical manufacturer in Germany, BASF, announced, based on out-of-control inflation and energy prices, they will close their plant and relocate to China. BAS said that they paid $2.2 billion more in electricity compared to this time last year and have lost $130 million in revenue because of the high energy costs and the lack of support for businesses within the European Union. Now, perhaps Europe, following the World Economic Forum's advice to ditch fossil fuels quickly, is coming to bite them in the butt, as they have transitioned faster than other parts of the world, and now they're paying the price. And they're not the only ones leaving. Europe is in full-blown panic mode as citizens protest that helping Ukraine is killing their families, their income, and their future. So many citizens in the European Union want to be done with helping Ukraine because it's financially crippling them and their families. Many businesses say they are being regulated and energy policed right out of business. And honestly, I feel that the United States is heading down a similar path with their energy and regulation policies. Yes, we need to be responsible, but if you move too quickly, it puts too many out of work and too many out on the streets. And so what is the right speed for transition? I don't know. I'm not a politician. But as of right now, many Americans feel that we are following Europe's path and transitioning too quickly. And now electric cars are becoming ridiculously expensive. Gasoline is becoming ridiculously expensive. Natural gas and all the regulation on businesses are making goods and services more expensive as well. Meanwhile, China continues to sit back and soak up as many businesses as they can get to move over, and they continue to try to whittle away at becoming the new dominant world currency by seeking relationship with Saudi Arabia, with Russia, and other major producers around the world. The president of Germany, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, has finally admitted his dream of being successful partners with Russia is over. He said Germany relied too heavily on Putin for energy, and now Germany and Europe are paying the price for his dream. The president of Latvia said today that there will be no peace between Ukraine and Russia unless Russia agrees to help rebuild Ukraine. Otherwise, the war is over, peace is achieved, and Ukraine is in a desolate mess for the next century. Igor Levits, Latvia's president, said the war needs to come to an end, or else he fears Russia will take a new stance of just bombing Ukraine with missiles from afar. Right now, Russia is losing in close proximity warfare, but with Iranian drones and missiles, they can destroy Ukraine, their buildings, their people, and their infrastructure from far away. Yesterday, a leaked communication from Moscow shared that Putin and the Russian Federation Army are preparing to send a second line of army men and women to Ukraine. However, their first line of duty is to take out any frontline personnel fleeing the Ukraine war, and second, to be ready to back them up in battle. So Putin plans to keep his frontline military fighting by threatening to kill them if they abandon the war. And then that second round of people will come in as the ground freezes to attack Ukraine. It's just sad, really, really sad. I mean, he's willing to take out his own people and the people of Ukraine in order to make a point to NATO. President Joe Biden has signed a new treaty that will help phase out planet-warming gases, Biden stated. I'm proud to sign the Kigali Amendment, a historic bipartisan win for American manufacturing and global climate action. My administration is phasing down super polluting chemicals so the U.S. can lead the clean technology market of the future and unlock thousands of new jobs. The chemical being phased out is known as hydrofluorocarbon. These chemicals are used in air conditioners and refrigerators and are significantly worse on the planet than even carbon dioxide. So this will now be basically eliminated. A federal appeals court has halted Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. This is still tied up in litigation. 6 Republican-led states united in a push to block the forgiveness, saying the American taxpayer should not have to bail out those that took out loans for their schooling. Despite the setback, Biden is confident he will win in the courts. He stated, "We're going to win that case. I think in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see it checks going out." Both Russia and China have developed hypersonic missiles, which has forced the United States military to play catch-up. These special types of missiles can travel at upwards of 4,000 miles per hour, which makes them almost impossible to stop. Thankfully, the United States is now in possession of fully functional hypersonic missiles and has just completed successful tests of the missiles. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had a private conversation with Joe Biden, but didn't realize it was being recorded. Excuse me. He said, "It looks like the debate didn't hurt us too much in Pennsylvania as of today, so that's good. We're picking up steam in Nevada. The state where we're going downhill is Georgia. It's hard to believe they will go for Herschel Walker. But our early turnout in Georgia, huge, huge." Now, the recording shows that Schumer is very concerned about Democrats losing in the midterm election. And he should be. As of this morning, Dr. Oz is now leading in the polls against John Fetterman. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will head to Pennsylvania to campaign for John Fetterman. This marks the 20th time that Biden has gone to Pennsylvania since becoming president. Okay, now I want to tell you about my friends at Mr. 1920 Soap. Excuse me. Not only do they have the most amazing soap, but it leaves your skin softer and smelling incredible. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's made right here in the United States, and you would be supporting a small American business run out of the great state of Texas. Now, I started using Mr. 1920 soap during the pandemic because with excessive hand washing, my hands were starting to crack with the dry air here in Utah. And so I found them, used them, fell in love with them, and now to this day, I still use them because their soap is so amazing. And my wife wanted me to let you know that this is the #1 soap that she uses on her face, and to tell the women in my community that the soap is absolutely the very best for washing your face. So wanted to share that with you. So last thing, the reason I like supporting small businesses is they have supported my small business. Mr. 1920 Soap has single-handedly allowed me to give away tens of thousands of dollars in cash to members of my YouTube community because of their support. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Logan and Barzilla, for supporting my YouTube channel and those that watch the YouTube channel. So if you want to have the most amazing soap in the world and support a small business and say thank you, I will leave a link down below. Thank you so much, Mr. 1920 Soap. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will come on and share more with you. Make sure to sign up to be one of the winners of the $8,000 in cash and prizes Casey and I are giving away, thanks to generous video sponsors. Now, before you go, I want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community. Make sure to check out this video and be subscribed to the channel. Hey, thanks for stopping by today, and I will see you on the next video.